Grandpa is least likely to get arrested because he's in a coma.
Unless he like committed a murder in the past and they did like a DNA test. This is Whose Creek Is It?
The podcast where two sisters recap and pontificate about the show Dawson's Creek.
I'm Miranda, and I've seen the whole series at least 5 times.
And I'm Allison, and I'm watching this show for the very first time. Let's get started.
So, this episode's just going to be a little bit of a reminiscing of season 1 of Dawson's Creek. We've put some effort into making this episode, and by some, I mean not a lot. But
Yeah, we're thinking this will be sort of a quick, like, catch up, trivia, just, a little wrap up before season 2.
yeah, and we didn't have to watch an episode, so that took some homework time out of it.
Yeah, but I think we'll have some fun.
Yeah. So, do you want to start off with some superlatives to hand out to the characters?
I would love to. And for any listeners outside the United States, typically in an American high school, we have these things called superlatives, where you kind of vote someone as most blank or most likely to. And so maybe I think our high school probably did like most athletic, like star athlete, and like biggest flirt and stuff like that. So we're Miranda has prepared some superlatives for us.
Yeah. First off, I wanted to ask, were you given a superlative?
God no.
I didn't either. Okay.
No. Might have qualified for some, but it wasn't popular enough for to gain any traction.
Yeah, I was so not involved in things that when I got my senior yearbook, I realized the only photo of me in it was like the required photo.
But you were in that gardening club, weren't you?
Yeah, and I don't know, I guess we weren't. Oh, wait, was I still doing that by then? That was part of me getting away with doing community service 'cause, in order to graduate at our school, we had to do community service, which is good. But
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, I wasn't very involved in things. I just went to the school.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
So, I've made a list of 10 superlatives, and, hopefully they're not lame. I tried to come up with some, like, unique ones, and then some maybe are a little bland, but we'll see how it goes. So,
Okay, quick before we start.
yes.
Are we just doing any character on the show? We're not limiting to our main four?
Yeah, I think that would be fun to do.
Okay.
The hard part is just remembering we can pick other people.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good to know.
Or maybe, like, if we pick someone out of the core 4, then we also pick one that is in the core 4. We'll see. We'll see where it leads.
Okay.
But the first one, least likely to get arrested.
Least likely to get arrested. I think definitely not Joey because she has her family's reputation behind her and she's feisty.
Mhm.
So, not her. Probably
Casey's just straight up out of this one.
yeah, because Pacey's family, his dad's like the sheriff and his brother's a deputy. So, barring like state police, he's probably not getting arrested. Jen has the whole she's from New York thing going against her. So if the small town is thinking about that, and I could see Jen. I'm just thinking of the scene where Jen got in trouble for like saying she thinks assisted suicide is not terrible.
Mhm.
For just she essentially got detention for having an opinion. And Dawson, I can't see Dawson getting arrested for anything. But if we expand,
Uh-huh.
least oh, I mean, I guess of the core four, then least likely is Pacey.
So you think he would be the least likely to get arrested just because of, like, nepotism or, like, being related to the police?
Yeah. I mean, it just depends if they stay in town, I think. Yeah, because,
Mhm.
but realistically, Least like I mean, of characters in the show, probably Doug, Pacey's brother, who's a sheriff's detective. Because if there's one thing about American law enforcement, it's that they cover each other's asses.
Yes.
So, Doug, final answer. What do you think?
That is actually a great point. Hmm. Yeah, I was thinking about I mean, we haven't met too many of the parents yet. I mean, it's really just, well, do you think Grams would get arrested? Hmm.
Ooh, Grams is a good one. No, I don't think Grams would get arrested. So if it came down to Grams versus Deputy Doug, Grams might be least likely to get arrested.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Wait, Grandpa, before he dies, is least likely to get arrested because he's in a coma.
there you go. That's actually a great one, yeah. Yeah, I mean, any of those are great choices. I mean, Gramps, the grandfather is obviously the best one, unless he, like, committed a murder in the past and they did, like, a DNA test.
Yeah, there's that. Or is it Joey's father because he's already in jail? We have so many great options for this one. I don't think we're gonna come down to a single winner.
Yeah, okay. I don't think we're gonna come down to a winner, but I do agree with you, like, out of the core 4, I think it would be, like, Dawson would be the least likely to get arrested. I just like, what would he even do?
The only way I could see him getting arrested is just wrong place, wrong time, and he's presumably outside of Cape Side, so no one knows him and no one knows that he's just the weird filmmaker good boy.
Mhm. Alright, on to the next one. Most likely to slip into a crush's DMs.
Do you wanna start, or do you want me to?
I can start. Um,
Okay.
so I think Dawson and Joey are just, like, too timid to do something like that.
Yeah.
I could see Jen maybe doing it in, like, a really cocky, like, sarcastic way. Same with Pacey, really. Um, although I'm not
Mhm.
sure Pacey would, like, be on social media. Other than that, I mean, I kinda think Bessie would have probably been that kinda girl if the DMs existed. I don't know, like, I could see that's how she met Bodhi or something.
Honestly, I'd say Pacey. I don't think Pacey would be, like, a power user of social media, but, like, I think he'd, keep it and he wouldn't think twice about DMing some girl he has a crush on.
You are true. He seems like he would shoot his shot.
Yeah. Yeah, Pacey's living life by the motto, "Shoot my shot."
It's good that social media didn't exist then, because he could have been, like, messaging Tamara, there would have been evidence.
Ugh, I thank God I didn't have social media until college, and that I never really got into it. Good lord, what teenage high school out the opinion she would have posted to the internet.
Yeah, I didn't get Facebook until, like, the end of my senior year of high school, and then I did post some dumb stuff on there, like, in college, and then maybe a few years after that, I did, like, a deep dive through my profile and just put a bunch of stuff as, like, private because I was like, "Why did I feel the need to share this information with anybody? Why would anyone have cared?"
I need to, like, close down the whole account, which, you probably have to, like, send Facebook a pound of flesh to do that, but
Yeah, I've heard you can never really make it go away, you can deactivate it or something, I don't know.
little did we know that, that would destroy democracy.
Not just here. It's had a hand in a lot of government, control and overthrowing.
Yeah. It's
Anyway, that's a bummer.
Alright, what's next?
Alright, most likely to help a stranger.
What's the football guy's name? Quinn Trip?
Cliff.
Cliff, there we go. I think I'm gonna go with Cliff because he seems kind of just unaware. I was trying to think of like Jen might, but Jen also probably has a bit more street smarts and would be like, I'm not gonna put myself in a position.
Mhm.
Pacey, I don't think is very helpful to anyone unless he already has a relationship with them. Dawson would be pretty helpful, but he also in the it's Friday the 13th episode, he sees like a domestic dispute in the store and just goes, "Oh, leave it alone."
That's a good point. I was leaning towards him.
Yeah, if of the core four, it would probably be Dawson, but I'm gonna say Cliff.
Okay.
Well, in a like Good Samaritan, I'm the hometown going to church football player boy.
No, you bring up a good point. I could maybe see Mary Beth too, the girl who was in one episode, humor Dawson to go on the date at the circus,
Oh,
at the fair or whatever it was.
yeah, maybe.
But I agree with you. Cliff kinda has like a golden retriever energy.
Yeah.
The next one is most loyal friend.
Hmm.
I could say Joey to some degree because, I mean, she might act like a jerk to, like, I don't know, Pacey and Jen, but, like, every time they've needed someone, she seems to be there.
Maybe. I kind of see that in Pacey, in that like when things are really going down, he helps. I don't think any of them are like explicitly disloyal, but at the same time it's sort of hard to gauge since I've only seen the one season of them at like 15 and like who knows what your values and reliability are at that point. So, most loyal friend. I don't know, I'm kind of leaning Pacey.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a time he wasn't loyal, and I can't really think of one. I mean, other than the episode of Detention where him and Dawson kind of fight it out, but, like, even then, he didn't really do any retaliation, I guess. I mean, he did, like, tease him about something, but I wouldn't say teasing is necessarily not loyal. I don't know.
Yeah, it just seemed like everyone was being a jerk in the detention episode. Everyone was being stupid and not nice.
Mhm.
It was the least likable all of the characters were.
Yeah, and the parents seem to have no friends, so we can't really measure them in this, aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say Gale.
No. Well, how about the next one? Most likely to know everyone's business.
Ooh.
I'm thinking Grams or Jen.
I was kind of thinking Jen. I could see in terms of like certain social circles, I could see it with Grams, like probably about church.
Mhm.
And I see Jen just being aware of everything. I think Dawson's too aloof. I think Joey's too like defensive and guarded to engage that much.
She's too busy with her own life to really bother another.
Yeah. Mm, I'm waiting to see this has made me I was trying to think of points when Jen has sort of really known about other people's lives and it's like she seems to kind of have Joey's number and Dawson's to an extent. I was trying to think of a moment when Jen really connected with Pacey.
Yeah, nothing comes to mind. Hmm.
Yeah. There hasn't been like a big moment in this first season. I think of the core four, though, I would say Jen, but not in a gossipy way, just a like perceptive way.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I totally agree. Yeah, I think she would pick up on things that other people wouldn't. And then, like, also she's kind of like the cool one, I guess, out of the group. So, like, I feel like she could float around to other friend groups and, like, get to know more about other people than the other 3 could.
Yeah, she's like socially mobile.
Mhm. I think that one's pretty clear cut. But I agree with
Yeah.
you. Grams would, like, in her social circles, she knows everyone's business, but
And she would mostly not say it, like she'll update her comatose husband, but I feel like every once in a while she would like indulge in a little gossip. Like mostly she keeps it close to the chest, but every once in a while she would like that's her being bad. Well, you know Mrs. Johansson's cherry pie is store bought.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is most likely to survive the Hunger Games.
Ooh, it's got to be Joey or Pacey.
Really? You don't think Jen?
Nah, I don't think Jen would be immediately eliminated because she I think does have that sort of social mobility. Like she might find a group to stick with for a while. Have you, by the way, have you read the books?
I have not read the books, but I've seen the movies.
Okay, yeah, and the movies get pretty accurate. I would say like Jen wouldn't be knocked out immediately. She doesn't strike me as like a physically scrappy person.
No. And I kind of feel like maybe at some point she'd be like, F this and just off herself or something, you know?
Yeah.
Die nobly for someone else or
Yeah, like actually Joey has kind of big Katniss energy.
she does. I was gonna say.
Like really shut off from everyone, insecure, defensive and avoidant. So Joey has that, but I think Pacey would be more like PETA because in the like playing the game, telling people what they want to hear, creating a story.
Mhm.
So remind me, was the superlative most likely to survive the Hunger Games?
Yes.
And there's no secondary characters that kind of stand out to me on this. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go with Pacey because I think ultimately Joey would be tough and scrappy, and she's able to put up with hardship. But I think Pacey would be more successful when it came down to all the game playing and like really creating a story that the game makers in the capital are willing to invest in. My cat agrees with me. What do you think?
Hmm. I guess I would have to agree with you in that aspect. The one thing that differs between Joey and Katniss is I feel like I'm not sure everyone would be on Joey's side. Like she's a little too guarded to like
Yeah.
win everyone over.
Yeah. And that's actually and that's the thing. Katniss never would have been nearly as successful if she wasn't paired with PETA in the way that she was. I love how Dawson didn't even come into the conversation.
Yeah, no, definitely not. He would I just think he gives off like naive he's not we don't see him as like a very physically scrappy person. Clear like I mean he hasn't had to go through much challenges in his life it seems up until recently with like his parents. So
Yeah. Dawson needs to constantly talk about things and how he feels, so he would be terrible at hiding because they could hear him whining a mile away.
okay, so the next one, most quotable. I feel like this comes down to two people for me.
I could see someone very like optimistic and like naive thinking that Dawson is the most quotable because he's like, wow, he's so deep and he's like seeing like this the movie of our lives, man.
Don't alienate potential listeners.
I mean, sorry, I mean, you know, that's a legit honestly, I wish I was more optimistic a lot of the time. Um, Joey has good quips. But I'd say the people that like the person that I had the most moments where I needed to write down what they said because it struck me, not because it was wise or not because it was meaningful, but because it made me so mad, was Tamara.
Oh, okay.
Because I think she said enough things that I was just like, that's so dumb. She would say like she would, you know, when she would be like throwing Pacey a bone. I feel like when she was on every episode, I was writing down things she said, just like, what are you doing? So quotable in that I take special notice of what she's saying because it makes me mad.
Okay.
So who's quotable for you?
Um, You have a good point, but I was, thinking either Joey or Pacey. I
Okay.
agree with you, Joey has, like, good quips, and Pacey kinda does too. I guess I think he has some of the most humor out of anybody, so I tend to enjoy his quotes more,
Mhm.
like, "I'm the best sex you'll never have."
Oh my god. Yep.
He just says wild things sometimes, similar to
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is most likely to clap when the plane lands.
I mean, Dawson.
Yeah.
Dawson. He'd just be like, I don't know. He's like, no, it's just what people do. Or like, or he probably like is one of those people that claps when the credits come on in a movie.
Yeah, I could see him just being like because he's so passionate about, what he thinks is his future career path, that maybe, like, anyone else's career path, he cheers them on. I don't I don't know,
Maybe.
but it is funny that we immediately jump to Dawson on that because I feel like that the most likely to clap when the plane lands is just, "Who do you think sucks the most?" Like
Not necessarily sucks the most, but who do you think is the it's just a certain level of belief that the world is a good place and good things happen and like it's a naivete and optimism and like ironically I think the idea of someone who cheers or claps when a plane lands, this is the kind of person who would never consider that the plane could crash.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, think of anyone else I think that could be, and our universe of characters is still too small, I think.
Mhm.
I mean, do you think Cliff would?
Mm, maybe. Yeah, I could see I could like envision a scene where they're like on a class trip and like Dawson thinks it's lame that Cliff is clapping.
Least likely to respond to a text.
Or for it would be Joey. Not necessarily out of like rudeness or lack of concern. I think Joey is someone who would think, oh, it won't even if I don't have time, it won't even matter to them that I don't text back. I think she would assume that her not that someone wouldn't even notice that she didn't text back almost. So it's like Joey in a sad way. Um and in terms of the larger cast, I don't Grams would probably just call you.
Yeah. That's a good one.
He'd be like, "I'm not doing this text messaging thing. I'll
Mhm.
write you a letter."
Yeah, I could agree with you there. I think yeah, I could see Joey, like, if she doesn't know what to say, like, if she doesn't know how to respond to something, she chooses just to not respond at all.
Mhm.
Um, and then once again, I kind of think it's the same feeling I had about like Pacey not really being on social media is like, well, maybe he wouldn't really be on his phone much, but he does like I don't want to say he likes attention, but like when people engage with him, no matter how he feels about them, he seems to engage back.
It's true. Pacey strikes me as someone who doesn't wanna spend a lot of time just alone with themselves.
Yeah. Okay. Last one.
Okay.
Best person to be on a deserted island with.
Ooh. I mean, Grams is a nurse, so there's that. Um,
But at some point, assuming you both are good at surviving, at some point, because of her age, you will have to make, like, a Wilson Volleyball
Uh,
face.
yeah, if it's, someone younger, I think in terms of the core 4, Dawson might be okay because he's a little crafty with his filmmaking, but I feel like I would just have to spend too much time listening to him unload every thought in his head, and that would drive me crazy. I think Pacey, I'm more of like I think Joey and I would align in terms of like, all right, we've got to figure stuff out, we've got to make plans, we've got to do the hard work. But I might need someone less like that. I think Jen could be good because I think she'd be relatively responsible. I think Pacey would be maybe more entertaining, but I don't think. But Joey would be kind of a downer. I don't know, maybe Jen, but I feel like I still don't know enough about her to like know if I'd be willing to spend years on a desert island with her.
Mhm. Yeah. I think I would have to choose Jen,
Hmm.
probably. I'm trying to think, what is there anyone outside of the core? Not really. I mean, not to be dark, but I'm like, I don't know if I wanna be left alone on an island with a man.
For fear of the man?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know the man, and this is why we women debate bear or man. Would you take the bear or the man in the woods? Um, I guess Jen? Because I feel like she might not be the most handy and scrappy, but I think she would be able to strike a good balance of taking things seriously and making plans, but also without being like a total like defeatist, the sky is falling doomer.
Yeah. I, yeah, I think she would try to do her part in things, and also she knows how to, like, make light of things when it seems like it's not necessary to be serious, like, when she
Mhm.
asks Joey, "Do you think Dawson has a pistol or a rifle?" It'd just be those kinds of questions all day.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be fun. So, I just came up with some very quick, trivia questions based on basically the core 4 actors, their career outside of the show, whether they
Okay.
be before or after. Um, and some of these I think might be too easy, but we'll give it a try.
I mean, I'm very bad at being up to date on pop culture, and I'm not sure I've seen a bunch of stuff from these actors outside of this show, but we'll see.
Well, which of the core 4 appeared in the movie Cruel Intentions?
Oh, Joshua Jackson.
Ding, ding, ding. He was the friend who hooks up with the football player to get information for Sebastian.
Yeah.
Most memorably because he had bleached blonde hair. So that's one. You're one for one. All
All
right.
right.
Number two. Which of the core 4 was linked to Tom Cruise?
That's Katie Holmes.
Yeah, that one's pretty. Because it's kind of iconic. There's like the meme of her leaving her divorce proceedings. Have you ever seen that?
I don't know if I have.
It's like a faraway photo of her like celebrating in a parking lot and supposedly it's as she's leaving her divorce proceedings from Tom Cruise.
Oh, I did go down a wormhole of, like, reading about their marriage and like, how they met and their divorce and all this stuff. It's very interesting because, like, I guess Tom Cruise was, like, Katie Holmes's Justin Bieber, she was a fan, but then
Yeah.
she ended up marrying him, but then he's a little kooky, to say the least, and,
Yeah.
but I think she I can't remember. I read somewhere like she gets paid like a few $1,000,000 a month because of being married to Tom Cruise, and her ass was
I don't
saved.
think it's a few million a month.
Okay, well, I don't know, but her ass was saved by her father, who was like a lawyer, and so apparently he helped with the prenup.
Yeah, if you're marrying one of the most famous people in the world, you gotta get a prenup. I don't know, I would be so cautious. I don't know, yeah, it's also strange, and then when Scientology gets involved. Alright, so you are 2 for 2. Which actor from Dawson's Creek appeared in the FX drama Pose, which is about 80s and 90s ball culture, which is sort of a queer drag
I
adjacent.
I've watched it, but I'm like, I don't remember. Okay, I'm gonna have to guess maybe. I don't remember any of them being in that show. I feel like it would be Michelle Williams.
Eh.
No. Who was it?
According to Wikipedia, James Vanderbeek appeared as Matt Bromley in the first season.
I don't remember that at like, I don't remember him being in it at all, but that was a while ago that I saw that show. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how big the role was.
Mhm.
um, all right, and so you're 2 for 3. Moving on. Which of the Dawson's Creek actors, actresses, which made an appearance in Brokeback Mountain? Your face.
I haven't seen that movie since, like, an over a decade. Joshua Jackson? I'm just guessing.
No, it was Michelle Williams.
Shit. I was like, I could guess her again. I feel like she's, kind of a famous woman in the queer community. I'm not exactly sure why, but
Yeah, I didn't know that about Michelle Williams. She played Alma Beers Del Mar.
cool. Don't know who that is.
Quite a name. I don't know. I don't think I've actually seen the movie. So, you went 2 for 4, batting 500.
Thank you.
Like I said, didn't come up with this in like the 10 minutes before this show.
Well, thanks. I did learn some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch Pose.
He's probably in it for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, probably. Okay. I have trivia for you, but it's actually about season 1.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Since this is my first go around, let's see what I've managed to retain. I might have rewatched one episode when we like had taken a break and we're getting back into it. So, but I haven't like rewatched the whole season.
I won't judge you. Um,
You can judge me, it's fine.
I have 10 questions.
All right.
All right, question 1. What game do Tamara, Pacey, and Doug play while riding out the hurricane? This might be one of the most specific ones.
I know, but I feel like I've got it narrowed. It's the ones that are coming to mind are Monopoly, Life, or probably not Sorry. I'm gonna go Monopoly.
You are correct.
Woo!
I'm like, no wonder why his brother pointed a gun at him. Monopoly is very contentious.
Yeah, capitalism makes people violent.
Okay, question 2. Who is the last person to reveal why they are in detention?
Casey.
Yeah.
I remember because that was like an ongoing thing is like him not saying it. And then the reveal was that he had been masturbating in the showers.
I think it was in the bathroom, but regardless, at
Caught
school.
masturbating at school.
Yes. Yeah. All right. What is the name of Jen's ex-boyfriend who comes to visit?
Okay. It was something pretty, it wasn't like a crazy name. I'm just gonna name some generic man names to see if any of them click with for me. Bill, Brad, that might be it. John. I'm gonna go with Brad.
You were so close. It was Billy.
Oh. Okay, that's fair. Billy, now that I say it.
All right. Well, you got 2 out of 3 so far.
All right.
Question 4. What movie does Miss Jacobs rent from Pacey?
Oh, it's like a I wanna say it's an old romance movie. Ah, man, the name that's coming to mind is The Way We Were, but I'm not sure. I think there was a movie called Love Story, but I don't think that was it. And I don't think it's The English Patient because that's what put the baby to sleep.
I should have made that a question.
I don't think this is right, but it's all I can think of. The Way We Were.
No. I'm wondering if I should give you hints or just come out with it.
We'll try one hint if you're up for it.
I would say it's a movie that teenage boys like.
Scarface, I don't think is it.
Fight Club,
Fight Club, The Matrix, Teenage Boys.
or maybe 20-something-year-old boys.
I'm trying to think of like the posters they would sell in the like lawn sales at college.
I'm just gonna tell you.
Okay, please tell me.
It's The Graduate.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I remember because it was like, oh, yeah, this is a little, we're hitting it on the head there.
Yeah. Okay, question 5. What grade are the main characters in?
I was gonna say ninth grade, but they're definitely in high school, and that depends. I know that there are, or that there were schools where middle school or junior high would be 7th, 8th, ninth. I think most people are turning 16 by sophomore year. I'm gonna say ninth grade, freshman year of high school.
Close. They're sophomores.
Ah,
They are 15, right? But, we kind of find out that this season was only over the course of, like, maybe 3 months because of Gramps
okay.
only being out of it for, like, 3 months, so it's very possible they will turn 16 this school
Yeah.
year.
Okay.
That one was a tough one because it's like, I mean, it doesn't come up really. I think they mention it, like, once in the pilot.
It's all right. I can be wrong.
Question 6. What is the name of the man Dawson's mom is having an affair with?
Bob.
Yes. It's also a very boring name.
It's like this is the excitement in your life, Gail. Your coworker Bob.
Yeah, imagine falling in love with a Bob.
People do it.
At least do Bobby. Bobby's cuter. Good job. You got 3 right so far and 3 wrong, but you got
Mhm.
4 more questions. What compliment does Jen give Joey as she helps Joey change out of her fake bloody clothes?
I believe that Jen tells Joey that Joey has great breasts.
I will go with that. Yeah, I think it might be nice breasts, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I remember this is where they have the awkward "I hate my body too" conversation, and it's them bonding in 1998.
Which, by the way, just watched that, America's Next Top Model documentary, well, quote, unquote, "documentary" on Netflix.
Me too. How terrifying is Tyra Banks?
I know, just the quiet smile in the trench coat.
Like, I can't tell if she means anything she's saying because she's so it feels like she's playing a character or that she's, like, delivering Like she's testifying, like she's a teacher that got called into the school board and is like it feels so fake and it's so creepy. But the scene with the Jays and Nigel when Miss J is when they're
I mean, yeah, it was sweet, but at the same time, they were there. They were a part of.
yes, they were complicit.
Yeah, but they admitted, like, "Yeah, what we did was not good."
Yeah, I think the one that I Miss J was just very like, yeah, it's a dog eat dog world. It is what it is. And also, Miss J has bigger things to deal with this at the moment. Nigel seemed to express like he wasn't happy with it, but he was in the bits of the show that I watched, he didn't feel like as big a part of it. So maybe he
Mhm.
legitimately felt like he couldn't say anything. But I think for J Manuel, I was having a lot of trouble when he kept saying how many problems he have and how he tried to leave. And I was like, just if you're ready to leave, just tell them what's wrong. When something is like wrong and unjust, I have a lot of trouble shutting up. So
It was interesting, though, definitely, like, "Oh, these things that they framed as this was not that at all."
yeah.
The least you could say was like, "Yeah, we did some messed up stuff, we know that now."
By far the scariest part was just Tyra's unmoving face and like just have you ever felt a feeling?
Alright. Back to the quiz. Question 8. What is the metaphor they used in episode 1 instead of saying masturbate?
Oh, walk your dog.
Yes.
How often do you walk your dog, Dawson?
Number 9. What game do the characters play in the library while they're in detention?
Truth or dare?
Mhm. That game never goes badly.
Yeah, no, everyone walks away from that feeling great.
Question 10. What activity do Mitch and Gail try to do to rekindle their relationship?
I believe it was scuba diving.
You are correct.
Woo!
See, you got 7 out of 10. That's pretty
I
good.
passed.
All right, so our last segment is ultimately whose creek it was for the season.
To whom does the creek belong this season?
Mhm.
And I believe Miranda, you've tallied up the conclusions we came to.
Yes. In 7th place. And I should actually, preempt this by saying, so we agreed on whose creek it was for every episode except for episode 8. So on episode 8, I gave each character a half point, and on the other ones, I gave them a whole point.
I think that makes perfect sense. That's excellent scorekeeping from you.
Thank you. So, in 7th place is Jen with half a point.
One of the four main characters.
We really did her dirty.
I mean, I can't wait for her to have a personality outside of dating. I really hope that happens.
So, in 4th, 5th, and 6th place, it's a tie.
Oh, okay.
The ones that tied with 1 point coming in 4th, 5th, and 6th, or 4th place, I don't know, however you wanna say it, is Cliff, Gail, and Bessie.
I remember Bessie's time. Gail, I was like, oh, I'm kind of surprised we gave it to Gail. But there was definitely an episode where it was like all Gail's life is crashing down around her ears. But now we're moving on to the podium. Olympic tie-in.
Yes. It might be obvious, but can you think of how the top 3 are ranked?
I'm gonna say that third place was Dawson, second place was Pacey, and first place was Joey.
You were close.
Oh! Give it to me.
So, in 3rd place is Pacey with 1.5 points,
Oh,
and then Dawson came in 2nd place with 3 points, which leaves Joey with 5 points.
there you go. I knew Joey would be first, but I mean, it seems fitting. I really hope Jen becomes more of a person in the 2nd season.
Yeah, I think she's gonna have some more, like, main character energy in some episodes of season 2.
Good. Season 1 belongs to Joey.
Mhm. And I'm actually proud of us. We gave Dawson 3 of the 13.
Yeah. That's honestly more generous than I remember being.
Well, thanks for going on this little path with me, Allison, on
Yeah.
reminiscing and celebrating our season 1 of To Whose Creek It Is.
Did you forget the name of the show?
I know, I was just phrasing it differently.
Okay. You're true. We have made it through one season of determining to whom the creek belongs.
Yes. On Who
Whose whose creek is it?
Whose Creek is it? I hope this was fun.
If you're still listening, hope this was fun. Our next episode, we will be diving into season 2.
We're gonna meet new people, things are gonna change, maybe.
Things are gonna change, people are gonna kiss. I remember that the first episode of season 2 is called The Kiss.
Yes.
Well, we'll see you next time, listeners. Thanks, Miranda, for doing the show with me.
Thank you for humoring me with this teenage drama from the 90s.
Hey, who doesn't love a little teenage drama that you're not directly involved in?